All right, let's just jump right in. I want to start with a really big idea, something that might sound a little out there at first. Your actions, yes, your actions, change the entire universe. And I know what you're probably thinking. Wait, what? No way. I'm just one person. The universe is, well, it's the universe. It's a totally fair reaction, right? It sounds impossible. How can the little things we do every day possibly have that kind of impact?
And that is the big question we're going to unpack here. To get to the answer, we need to look at a concept you've probably heard of, but maybe in a whole new way.
So let's get into it. How can one tiny little action actually change everything? It all starts with something you've likely heard about in movies or books. It really boils down to this, the butterfly effect. You know, the idea that a butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil can set off a tornado in Texas. It means that every single thing we do, no matter how small, is like dropping a pebble into a pond. It sends ripples out, not just across the water, but across the entire cosmos. And this isn't some new agey thing, you know? This quote, it's from a philosopher named Fichte, and he wrote this way back in 1800. For centuries, deep thinkers have known that everything is connected. Every grain of sand, every action matters to the whole picture. So if we have this incredible power, why doesn't it feel like it? Well, the source material we're looking at argues it's because we're stuck in reactive mode. We're just bouncing from one thing to the next, responding to life as it happens, instead of being conscious co-creators, intentionally shaping our reality. So what's holding us back? What's stopping us from tapping into that power? Well, it's like we've built our own prison. And the crazy part? It's not made of steel bars. It's all in our heads. For starters, we're just distracted all the time. I mean, think about it. Our attention is everywhere but here, pulled in a million different directions by notifications, worries, and what-ifs. And this constant distraction leads to a state where we're always doing. We've become human doers, just racing through our to-do lists. We've completely forgotten how to just be, how to be human beings. The source uses this really beautiful metaphor for what happens next. It's like we all have an inner mirror, our connection to who we really are. But with all the distraction and the constant doing, that mirror just gets covered in dust. We can't see ourselves clearly anymore. And this brings us right to the heart of it. You can have all the freedom in the world, physically, but still be trapped in the prison of your own mind. To get out, the escape route isn't somewhere out there, it's inward. Okay, so if the prison is in our mind, then the key has to be in there too, right? The only way out is to turn our attention around and begin the journey inward. And look, this isn't a new idea. The great masters have been saying this for forever. From Jesus to Buddha, they all pointed in the exact same direction. The answers, the peace, the kingdom of heaven, it's already inside you. So how do we even begin to explore that inner world? Well, think of it like this. We have our 5 external senses, sight, sound, touch, to experience the world out there. But we also have internal senses to experience the world in here. The journey is just about learning to shift your focus. You know, the source uses another analogy that I just love. It says our true potential is like this amazing high-performance car. But for most of us, it's just sitting in the garage, gathering dust, getting rusty. We were meant to take that thing for a spin. All right, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually get in the car and turn the key? This isn't just philosophy, it's a practical path. And there are simple, powerful tools to get you started. The first tool is meditation, and honestly, it's way simpler than people make it out to be. Seriously. Step 1, just focus on your breath. That's it. Now, your mind is going to wander. It just will. That's step 2. And step 3 is the whole secret. Just gently, without any judgment, bring your focus back to your breath. That's the entire practice. Next up, another huge tool, forgiveness. The source calls it the path to maturity. And a key thing to remember is that forgiving does not mean forgetting or saying what happened was okay. It's about you. It's about you deciding to finally put down the heavy baggage you've been carrying so that poison doesn't keep festering inside. And finally, maybe the most powerful tool of all, and it's so simple, kindness. As the Dalai Lama famously said, kindness is my religion. It's universal. It doesn't cost a thing, and it's available to us in every single moment. So, you do all this. You meditate, you forgive, you practice kindness. Where does that road actually lead?
Well, this is where it all comes full circle, connecting right back to where we started, and it leads to a pretty staggering realization. The whole point of this journey, it isn't about becoming some new, enlightened person. No, it's simply about remembering who you've always been. The Source puts it plainly. You are not just a person in the universe. You are the universe. You've just forgotten. There's this quote from the mystic Kabir way back in the 15th century that just nails it. All know that the drop merges into the ocean, right? We get that. We're a small part of a big whole. But few know that the ocean merges into the drop. That's the mind-blowing part. The entire cosmos is also contained within you.
And so we're left with this one last powerful question. A question you can't just Google the answer to. It's something you have to feel your way into by taking that journey inward for yourself. Who were you before you were born? Something to think about.